Hey, good morning everybody. Welcome to day 2 of my solo trip on the Virginia Adventure Trail. It was a great evening at camp. Beautiful campsite, oh my gosh. It did get a little cooler than I was anticipating for last night. I wound up running my Propane heater, which was awesome. One problem though is it ran a lot longer than it should have at one point. Just bear with me here a second. I'm trying to get out of here without jacking up too much. But the good news is I'm not too terribly far from Harrisonburg, Virginia, and my route will take me in that direction. So my plan is to pit stop to a place where I can get my propane tank filled up, because I don't think it's supposed to be as cold tonight as it was last night, but I'd rather have the propane and not need it than need it and not have it. So that is the plan. As I get closer, I'll jump off trail for a little bit, and then we will get back, get the tank filled, and then I'll get back on the trail. So, all right, we're on the trail. It is just now 10 o'clock, exactly when I wanted to be leaving. All right, I spent the morning doing some self-reflection and some Bible study, and taking up a little bit of time to do some social media stuff, but which was all 100% worth it, especially the Bible study. But my plan is to get to camp significantly earlier than what I did last night. I think I rolled in to camp and was set up by like around 7:30, and that didn't give me a lot of time to really do anything, which was fine for the first night. So I think what I'm going to do is drive till 4:30, 5 o'clock maybe, and start looking for camp at that point in time. That'll give me time to get everything set up the way I want to get set up, take care of a little bit of housekeeping inside the Harker, and yeah, so that's kind of the overall shot for today. I am hoping to get to Flagpole Knob this afternoon. I saw the one vehicle that was following me when I first got on the trail yesterday when I started out, and then absolutely nobody until last night as I was coming into camp, or the area that I was looking for. There was somebody camped not too far down from me. I had a 4Runner with a rooftop tent, probably a really nice site like the one I was in last night as well. Public right-of-way through private land to George Washington National Forest. Stay on road. Okay, that's posted. Okay, so this is just this is private land on either side of the road here. Cute little pond. That'd be a really nice place to pitch a tent or camp or whatever, but can't do it. Private property. I wonder how you go about getting a big tract of land smack dab in the middle of a national forest. Looking at the map on Onyx, and it's not like this private land butts up against the National Forest area. It is literally right in the middle of it, or not, maybe not in the middle of it, but it's surrounded on all sides by the National Forest. So either whoever owned this land was owned historically before the National Forest was ever, when it came to be, and they just never sold the rights to the land, or I don't know, maybe they bought it afterward. I don't know. If you know how you go about getting a large tract of land in a national forest that's completely surrounded by it, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. This is, oh, it's so pretty. I love, like I've said it before, those exposed rock face walls. Even when somebody climbs up there and spray paints a smiley face on it. Nice. But look at that view right there. That is gorgeous. I've decided I am going to go ahead and air down just because this, it's not, I'm just going to air down for the comfort. There you go. I said it. If you can do it and you can air down and make the ride more comfortable, why wouldn't you do it? So I can, and I'm going to. Don't judge me. So I know that these sweeping vista views are probably not anything remotely close to what you would get out in Colorado, but still, you still have to appreciate the beauty of it. It's just as pretty. It's just a different type of beauty. Harrisonburg to fill up my propane tank for the heater, and there's a couple other things that I realized that I need to get. Alright, well, I just officially made it back on to trail. It was just at 2 hours that it took me to go into town, get my propane tank topped off, backtrack, and get back to the trail. So I am making my way right now to Flagpole Knob. Oh. there's some Def Leppard for you. Okay. All right. Let's see what this section has got in store for us. Actually have what I would consider the first decent creek crossing. Now, I'm guessing this is way down, and it'd be a lot more enjoyable if the water was up where it's supposed to be, but take a look at it. Definitely wasn't anything difficult, but anytime that you get to drive through water is always fun, even if it's just a giant mud hole. But that would be a really cool crossing to do early spring when all the snow melt and everything has got that creek level up. So take what you can get. So while this is not Union Springs road or trail or whatever you want to call it, and I explained my reasons for not going on that, but this is probably just as slow, possibly slower, because it's such a tight trail. My final stretch on this section of the trail to get to Flagpole Knob. Just up ahead there'll be the intersection where if I had to come up Union Springs Road or trail, where it'll be popping out at. And to be honest with you, I don't know if it would have been, might not have been better to try Union Springs Road. This road, this trail was, I mean, I made it, but it was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. If I adhere to my schedule that I planned out this morning, where I want to like start looking for camp at about 6 o'clock, that gives me 2.5 hours to travel. Plus I want to spend a little bit of time up here at Flagpole Knob, seeing as how I went through all the headache to get up here. I want to check it out, put the drone up, and get some good aerial footage. So that trail right there, if I go left, that would take me down Union Springs road, trail, whatever the case may be. And you can definitely see Harrisonburg off in the distance behind us now. Alright, let's get up here to Flagpole Knob and take a breath. Yeah, look at this, baby! Oh wow, there's a little graveyard up here. Alright. Nice glass strewn. Wow, look at that. Look at that. Let's put the drone up. Flagpole Knob, checked off the list. Pretty cool place. Got the drone up, got some good footage. I'm curious as to the naming of Flagpole Knob when there was no flagpole or flag or pole. So I'm sure at one point in time there probably was, or they just thought it would be a good place to put a flagpole. But I saw an area evidence of a flagpole. Looks like we're going to go this way, and now we're heading up towards Reddish Knob. Okay. Alright. Well, let's see what Reddish Knob's got to offer. Now, I do remember this from Defiant Off-Road's video that I watched. They said, I don't know the legitimacy of this, and even Will didn't know the legitimacy of this, but this stretch of this road was paved back in the 90s, I think he said, because then President Clinton came up here to deliver a speech commemorating one of the anniversaries of the Washington National Forest, and that's why they paved this stretch. Now, I didn't look it up. I'm just going off what he said, and Will, and even he said he wasn't 100% sure. So, hey, if you know the answer to why this stretch was paved, drop it in the comments below. I could see where the government would spend an exorbitant amount of money to pave a stretch of National Forest Road for the president to use probably one time and then leave it for the rest of us, which, hey, I'm all for, but yeah, the president has access to a helicopter. It's called Marine One. Could have just flew him up here for the speech. Had Marine One in the background looking all shiny and pretty. Just a thought. Finally met someone coming the opposite direction. A minivan at that. From Michigan. Just caught the glimpse of the tag on the back. So, sweet. Okay, I see where I'm going. Up there at the top. Oh, wow. This is so pretty up here. My goodness. I'm going to sidebar here because I'm supposed to go right to keep on the trail, but I'm going to go up here and check out Reddish Knob. Maybe there's even some sort of signage about the president and his speech up here. Maybe. Love their graffiti on the guardrail here. Nice. Oh wow, okay. Wow. 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 Just absolutely gorgeous. Well, I got out. I did a quick walk around the parking area of Reddish Knob just to see if there was any type of, look at that view. That is just beautiful. Oh my gosh. He did a walk around up there at the parking area. I saw no commemorative plaque or anything denoting that then President Clinton did any type of speech up here. It's a good story. I just don't know the validity of it. It makes sense that they would do something so asinine as to pave a stretch of Forest Service road so the president could be driven up here and give a speech. I have no difficulty believing that whatsoever. Maybe I'll do some research, find out for sure. But other than the beautiful view, which definitely was, not a lot else to see up there. So down we come, and we're going to take a left here and get back on our stretch of trail. And true to form, now that you're not going to Reddish Knob, back to gravel. Alright, we're at 4:30. I'm going to have camp selected and set up by no later than 6:30. That's the goal. Pit stop for a map check, and when I was planning this trip out, I evidently saw something on the map that I thought would be a good campsite, so I waypointed it, which is yay, and I'm actually not that far from it, so this could work out very well. Will from Defiant Off-Road, when I was watching a video, he gave coordinates for a camp spot that he says he absolutely loves on the fact. And I'm thinking that that might be the spot that I've got waypointed. I'm hoping it is, because he said it's an absolutely gorgeous spot. So we will see. Well, that's disappointing. It was indeed the camp spot that Will had freely given on one of his videos. Unfortunately, somebody's already there. So there was another possibility of one that I passed on my way down here. Maybe 5 minutes back up the road, or I could keep on trucking down to see if I find anything. There's a couple people already here in a couple different spots, not too far from here. I'm kind of shocked. All right, I'm gonna backtrack a little bit and see if that one that I saw might be available, might be good. If it is, I'm gonna grab it. So I found camp. This place is awesome. You can see I'm right back there, tucked in pretty good. Nice little access point off the main trail, but it is awesome. First I was going to try to get over here, but if someone had tried to come in, they would have basically side swiped me. So I got it right down there next to the fire pit. I am perfectly level right there. I'm gonna pop open. I'll have my steps coming out the back. You can hear the creek, the stream, brook, whatever you want to call it. To listen to that all night. There looks to be plenty of deadfall wood that I can scrounge around and get. Maybe have myself a little bit of a fire this evening. So that's it. Unfortunately, I lost the rest of my day 2 video from my other camera. Luckily, I captured the campsite with my phone. Thanks for watching. Please give this video a like. Subscribe to the channel and ring that bell notification so you are informed when new videos are released.